They're ignoring the very context of the Quran itself, and they're ignoring also traditions attributed to Muhammad and the expeditions he carried out. There are even books about the military campaigns of Muhammad, and moreover, Islamic history. One of the last chapters, if not the last chapters of the Quran, composed according to Islamic chronology. This is something all serious students of Islam must know. The Quran is divided into two periods: the Meccan period, or else. And if anyone reads chapter 9, verses 28 to 33, just that small section, there Muhammad is inciting the jihadis to fight against Jews and Christians, not because the Jews and Christians attacked them. Go read it. It's right there contextually. Go read the commentaries. It's because of their belief. The grounds of subjugating is because Muhammad accuses the Jews of believing Ezra is the son of Allah, blasphemy according to Islam, taking the rabbis as lords besides Allah, blasphemy according to Islam. Christians believe that Jesus is the son of God, blasphemy according to Islam, and they take their monks as lords, and for that reason, they need to be attacked, become Muslim, or pay jizya and feel humiliated. So this notion, there is no such thing as physical jihad, I don't know. I guess the color of the sky in their world is purple.
Yeah, let's move on to some of the theological issues, some of the beliefs that are odd and at odds with Christianity. I think two of the most glaring that you often highlight is, first of all, is probably the Islamic dilemma as it's known, which is that the Quran many times over actually says that you can look to prior revelation in the Bible to confirm this teaching of the Quran. However, when we go to the Bible, of course, it teaches the Trinity, it teaches the deity of Christ, which the Quran says is idolatry and polytheism. So clearly the Bible doesn't teach the Quran, and then the dilemma is then, well, how would I go to a book that you believe is corrupt to confirm the new revelation, right? How could a corrupt thing confirm the new thing? So basically they're on the horns of a dilemma. Could you speak to that? I know you've heard a lot of, have you ever heard a Muslim give a good response to this?
Absolutely not. In fact, that was one of our main arguments in the debate, and you saw what happened. They floundered like fish out of water. Yes, if you study the Quran and the tradition attributed to Muhammad, and you just study them, not later Muslim interpretation or later Muslim spin on the sources, the Quran clearly provides one line of evidence for Muhammad's messengership, in that Muhammad and his Quran confirm, agree with the scriptures in the possession of the Jews and Christians. Now, historically, we know that the only scriptures Jews and Christians have had at the time Muhammad, even before Christ with the discovery of Dead Sea Scrolls, are the scriptures you and I read today. So according to Muhammad, those scriptures are uncorrupt. Those scriptures preserved by his God Allah, and that the sign of his prophethood is that his Quran agrees with those scriptures. So he's calling the Jews and Christians, hey, accept me. Why? My Quran agrees with your scriptures. The problem is when the Jews and Christians told Muhammad, no, you don't. You don't agree with our scriptures. Your theology doesn't agree with our scriptures. Your Quran doesn't. He then blamed them for misinterpreting, not corrupting the text. You go to chapter 3, verse 78 of the Quran, it says they twist with their tongues the words and remove them with their tongues from right places. So that was Muhammad's argument. It wasn't that you corrupted the book, it's you're misinterpreting the book. So if you let me interpret the book, then you'll become Muslim. In fact, that happened in our debate, if you remember, with Ijaz. At the end, what did he say? Yes, this corrupt Bible that he was trashing confirms Muhammad as a prophet. And I go, oh, you mean the same corrupt Bible? He goes, oh yeah, the Bible is true when it agrees with our theology. If you remember that, he did that in debate. So yeah, this is the Islam. Precisely, circular reasoning. This destroys Islam in that if Muhammad says the Bible is true, and the Bible shows that Muhammad's doctrines are false, the gig is up. Muhammad's a false prophet. But if they say the Bible is corrupt, that means they're disagreeing with Muhammad. That means they know more than Muhammad. Muhammad is wrong. The gig is up. Muhammad is a false prophet. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.